96.7 KCAL rocks. It is that time to talk some sports with our guy, Pep. Always look forward to it on a Thursday. Pep, what's going down, my man?
Yeah, coming off the heels of a national championship game on Monday, which we're about to talk about. But we got another big week of sports, including the Masters Golf Tournament, which tees off this morning. But first things first, a big shout out to San Diego State. I know the Aztecs, they came so close to winning the national championship, but they did lose to UConn 76-59 on Monday night. Patrick, I had the honor and the privilege of talking to March Madness legend, the one and only Lamont Butler, the pride of Riverside Poly. I interviewed him last night, talked about it. And basically, to echo what he said, it was a great season. They got back to campus at San Diego State. He's never been a celebrity, but he feels like this is as close as he's going to get because everybody's running up to him. They're taking pictures with him. They want to, talk to him, congratulate him. He says it's just been awesome, the outpouring of support, man. People love Aztec basketball, and I think they're going to be really good again next year.
How cool is that, man, that he got to, maybe the shot of a lifetime, if you will. I know it's no consolation. I have about 5 friends who went to San Diego State, and they are super bummed because, I think, if they were to pull it off, it would have been an absolute miracle. However, making it that far does say a lot. I know they don't want to hear that. They just happened to run into a meat grinder called UConn.
Yeah, we talked about that meat grinder, UConn. They beat everybody handily. It wasn't even close.
Yes.
Like, UConn was clearly the best team in the tournament. But with all that said, this San Diego State men's basketball team went places that no other Aztec team has gone before, even with all those legendary players, including our own Kawhi Leonard from King High School in Riverside. None of them had made it to the Final Four. None of them had made it to the national title game. But this San Diego State team did, and they got a lot of guys coming back. So that's exciting for the future of Aztec basketball.
Very much so. Very cool.
Yeah, great run. Fun to watch, too. All right, to the NBA. We actually had a meaningful big game between the Lakers and the Clippers last night as they tried to not play in the play-in tournament, right? But the Clippers and the Lakers went into last night's game head-to-head with the same exact record. Patrick, the Clippers won, and LeBron played. Anthony Davis played. Paul George did not play for the Clippers, and the Clippers still won last night, 125-118. So the Clippers right now tied with Golden State for 5th in the West.
Right, and the reason this matters, you guys, especially to the Lakers, for Laker fans, if you don't understand this, is if the Lakers can creep up to number 6, they get 1 whole week off before the playoffs start.
Yeah.
If they don't, they have to keep playing. So that's why it's kind of funny to see AD and LeBron just kind of turn it on a little bit. It's nice that they are able to do it, but that's why they're working so hard right now. I know what you're thinking. Hey, they're in the playoffs, but if they can work their way up to number 6, I think they really could use that week to really gear up and send their energy the right way.
Listen, as a basketball fan, I actually like the play-in tournament. It gets more teams involved late in the season. There's more important games. But if you're one of these teams, you don't want to be in the play-in tournament. You'd rather have a couple extra days off and be one of those top 6 teams in the conference and not be in that play-in tournament. But right now, unless something happens in these last couple of games, it looks like the Lakers will be in that play-in tournament and the Clippers will not be if everything pans out the way it looks right now.
Because clearly, it looks like LeBron's at the age where, he can, take it easy and turn it on. But it really is like a switch, and they say never be like that, but he can do it, man. He really can turn it on when he needs to. And if the Lakers do pull this off and get into the 6 or whatever, watch out, right? Isn't that funny?
Yeah. And again, we talked about the top half of the Western Conference. Good teams, but nobody's scary, right? Nobody you're like, I don't want to play those guys. They're really good. There's not a team out there like that. So people are saying that if the Lakers are healthy and motivated, I guess maybe it's another word. But if the Lakers are healthy and motivated, they might make a run. The Clippers might make a run. Just depends on a lot of people being healthy and playing their best basketball of the season this time of the year. So, but we'll see. That was a big game last night. It felt like a playoff game. The Clippers and Lakers last night going head to head.
It's like another battle of LA. It's cool.
It is, and it mattered. That's the best part, right? It actually mattered last night. So big win for the Clippers head-to-head against the Lakers. Now, we did mention the Masters teeing off this morning at Augusta, and as everyone's battling for the green jacket on Sunday, but it sounds like the biggest competitor this week, Patrick, might be the weather. It sounds like it's going to be gnarly this week and through the weekend with rain and thunderstorms, and so we might see a lot of high scores. Whoever can survive 4 rounds will probably put the green jacket on Sunday, because it sounds like conditions might not be optimal for golf the next 4 days.
Yeah, that is the big news. The other big news is Tiger making the comment of, I don't know how many more of these I have left in
Yeah.
me, kind of alluding to, you know what? He said it, my leg is probably not what it should be. He said, I think I need to realize I'm lucky to have my leg, he said in his press conference. And it kind of made people think, whoa, what's going on? I mean, he is just a few years removed from a horrific, he almost lost that leg. And I think, I mean, he could be towards the end. I mean, it's very strange to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, even, there's a couple GOATs in our lifetime, right? Even if you're not a huge fan of the team they play on or this athlete, Tiger Woods is one of those guys where, like Tom Brady, we knew the end was going to be near. So when he was playing, everyone was, watching the TV or what did he do in that game? Yeah, Tiger Woods, maybe this is his last Masters. Maybe this will be his final year of playing in the major championships. Yeah, that's must-see TV. I would love to see him make the cut and get into the weekend and play this whole thing out. Who knows? Maybe even be in contention. If we knew this might be Tiger's last Masters and he might be in the hunt come Saturday and Sunday, can you imagine the ratings for the Masters? Like, it would be unbelievable.
Right. I think a lot of people don't want to admit it, but I think you said it right there. We're already questioning whether he's going to make the cut or not. I mean, I think that means we already know.
Yeah. If you look at a lot of these golf experts and they pick their favorites, to win the Masters on Sunday and put on that green jacket, Tiger's name's not on most of those lists. It's about, a bunch of these young guys that, Scotty Scheffler's and this John Rahm's, he's not on the list. There's a lot of great young golfers right now on the tour, but they just don't have the star power like Tiger Woods. Tiger hasn't, been great in a long time, but he still has the most star power easily on the tour.
Carrying the PGA on one leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is literally, right? He literally is right now, so... Anyways, if you're a golf fan, the Masters teeing off this morning, including Tiger Woods. And finally, Patrick, let's talk a little baseball. The Angels will play their home opener finally against the Toronto Blue Jays on Friday night. And we got to talk about Anthony Rendon. Come to find out, you can't put your hands on a fan. He got suspended 4 games for getting into it with a fan up in Oakland. I mean, no real punches, but he did grab him. And so, there's a lesson learned. Don't grab a fan, I guess.
He did pull the guy close, and he took a swipe at him, and the guy was able to pull back. And I always like it when players do that. And I know this is kind of unpopular, but there was a part of me that was happy when Ron Artest went into the stands, even though he didn't grab the right fan. But a lot of those fans are running their mouth because they think they're not going to do anything. So there's a part of me that takes a little bit of pleasure in, like, oh, you don't have anything to say now, do you? No. But you can't touch the fans. So he gets 5-game suspension, correct?
I think it was 5, and he
games.
Appealed it, and they knocked it down to 4. So I think, did the Angels play today? I think he's going to miss the home opener, and then he'll be back. But it's 4 games.
Right.
But you know what? I've been to enough baseball games and football games. I know most fans are pretty cool, and they enjoy just being there. They love the team. They're supporting the team. But there's a handful, right, of guys and gals who kind of ruin it for everybody else because they're just being obnoxious and whatnot. So yeah, I'm with you. Like, I kind of like them having that liberty to kind of police themselves. Like, hey, dude, you can't say that to me. Like, I'm a human being just like you. You can't come up. Like, I don't know what was said. I'm curious to see what that conversation was. Like, what got him so mad? But yeah, so Anthony Rendon, he'll be back in the Angels lineup. Hopefully he has a bounce back season because the Angels really, really need him this year.
Yeah, I mean, they did well. They took 2 out of 3 against my Mariners.
Yes, they did. Ohtani, right? Ohtani pitched well, got his first win of the season. I think he even knocked in a run. So typical Ohtani, right? Shohei Ohtani doing Shohei Ohtani things against the M's.
A step in the right direction for the Angels. I guess we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, that's the big question mark, right? How long can they keep it up? Are they going to be legit? If you remember last year, Patrick, I'll end on this. The Angels got off to a hot start last year. We're like, whoa, this is a different Angels team. And then by the end of month of May, the wheels fell off and it all collapsed, and it was the same Angels. So longevity, right? You got to keep this up. It's a long, long baseball season. But a solid start for the Angels.
Get off to a hot start and then don't realize you're the Angels.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what happened last year. We will check in with Pep on our Monday. Pep, tell me how to get your stuff.
Get my stuff on Inland Sports, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We got the Inland Sports YouTube channel, including our interview with Lamont Butler, March Madness legend.
So cool. Thanks, Pat.